California. That's a long story. We'll be here for 3 hours.
All right, man. What kind of kid were you?
Very introverted. I was very quiet. I was very nice. Got into drugs at an early age, like what everybody did. Back in Norco, it was a speed, Credo, as they call it, or cheeseburgers. That's another code word. Methamphetamine was big. Okay. Pot was big, too. I'm glad they finally legalized marijuana. I'm a pro-marijuana voter.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm the type of person who sees if Jim Belushi grows a pot farm and has the Blues Brothers playing over there, hey, I'm totally for it. Okay. No, but it was really cool. You know, everybody was pretty chill that I met. You know, you do always have a few I can say dickheads. You always have a few dickheads, but other than that, it was pretty chill. I do miss home. I do. I go there about twice a year.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah, I should go. You know what? I'll tell you what. Personal fact, I still walk in the middle of the road. Literally. Over there, you walk in the middle of the road, it's just like, walk out in a wide countryside. Wow. A few times my family had to tell me to go back on the sidewalk.
Shit. Did you get into fights when you were a kid?
Not really. No, I was very quiet. I try to keep myself hidden, so not that many fights at all.
Okay. Were you ever defiant?
Was I what?
Defiant?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was defiant against the rule of narco when I was a kid. Like the jocks were being the jocks, and then these people were being this. It's just like watching some 1980s freaking Molly Ringwald movie. But yeah, I was very defiant, and I grew up on like the music part, punk rock music. Rebellion and the way of life. Be who you want to be. It's supposed to be that way, not growing mohawks and chains and beating the crap out of each other. That's not how it's supposed to be. I'm telling you right now, okay? It's supposed to be, you have your own mind, you have your own opinions, and like Ryan here was a podcast, you get things out into the open. That's punk rock. Punk rock is not what you look like. That came from freaking England, all right? But so in America here, and if you ever think about a punk rock mentality, it's just be who you want to be. Just buy whatever anybody says to you.
Nice. All right, let's get into current events. What are your thoughts on President Trump?
I just say we'll be here for 3 hours. No, I'm kidding. Wow, he's a scapegoat. And he's getting picked on by every nook and cranny in the freaking White House. I mean, the Democrats, without pushing any bills, they spent 3.5 freaking years trying to get that man out of office, and now 3.5 years, our government, our House of Reps and Congress could have done a lot more and passed a lot more bills, but you got this case is run by Comey or whatever, and no, dude, I mean that's just not government to me. It's not. I mean, Trump, I'm not a big fan of him. I like his daughter a lot. She's cute. Every time I say that, people puke. I don't know why. I guess a beautiful blonde girl makes you puke. But as I said, he's just hired. He's a hired hand for the Republican Party. He used to be Democrat. He used to hang out with Hillary and Bill. I'm sorry, they're podcasters. That's actually true. But it's true. He used to hang out with Hillary. He used to hang out with Bill. I remember when Trump was first elected and they had that dinner or luncheon. Who was the first one at the door greeting Donald Trump? I call him Lord Darth Trump. It was actually Bill Clinton. His eyes were just red, like he just pounded a few bottles of freaking whiskey, and it was great. No, it's true. I like to go out and have a drink with Bill Clinton. He looks like a party goer.
Right.
He does. I don't know about Hillary. Leave her at home.
All right. What about the COVID-19 outbreak?
Oh, God. Well, see, the thing about COVID-19, again, is that it's a lot of paranoia from social media. We're following social media. That's why we have this mandatory mask wearing. Do you really want to go out in 100-degree heat wearing a mask? No. You know how hard that is to breathe? That's just freaking ridiculous, man. The reason why I don't like it is because I am a musician and artist, okay? I want to see people playing shows. I don't like hearing that. Playing a show is not like freaking kicking back in your freaking room and playing guitar. No, you get on stage and you just put it all out there. And I just don't like seeing famous bands or friends bands doing that. No, get your ass out there and work it. All right, I do. You know, I'm on stage. A lot of my friends see me. I'm over there. I'm sweating. I'm sweating bad. My whole shirt turns into skin. Okay, so like that's my thing about it. That's my thing about COVID. It's just, yes, it is serious. Let's find a vaccine fast as we can. And the thing is, like a lot of people who are all scared, they're young people. Young people don't start dying from COVID that I know of. It's just people who are like 70 years old or over. People who actually went overseas. I went to California, had a few friends saying, well, why did you come over here when part of COVID? I told them not from, well, number one, I didn't come from China or Europe, so don't worry about it.
Oh, jeez. All right, your thoughts on the Black Lives movement? Black Lives Matter movement, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a good question, too. And again, I'm for it. You know, I don't like that kneeling shit. I hate kneeling. Colin Kaepernick, when he invented that, he didn't think about, when you kneel, I'll tell you what happens when you kneel. When you kneel, that means you surrender. When you kneel, that means you're praying to God, which is always good. And when you kneel, you're getting knighted. Well, I don't see him over at the Queen Elizabeth in England getting knighted. Right. What happened was that back in the 60s in Detroit, there was a group that did fight, and a rap group called Public Enemy did something special. They took a palm, a left palm, they turned it into a fist, and they raised it up in the air. So that's the way to fight. You don't kneel. You know, I don't kneel. I hated that. And actually, come to think of it, when Colin Kaepernick did do that, I know he became a spokesperson for Nike. I heard NFL lost a lot of money because those fans are hardcore American idealists. Okay? Yeah. They are. Fans, yeah. Yes, they are. Okay. When that idiot did that, you know, I understand he wants to go against police brutality and stuff, and what happened to the black people back in the day. That's awesome. But raise your fist up. Don't ever freaking kneel.
All right, let's go to wrestling, which I know is one of your favorite topics.
I love it.
All right, who's your favorite wrestler and why?
All right. There's many. Oh, man, there's so many. But it has to be Paul James Levesque. For all of you guys, it's the real name of Triple H or Hunter Helmsley. Number one, he's a cerebral assassin. He uses his brain, and then he uses his brawn. Number two, he got married into a family. He's set for life. Yeah, he married Stephanie McMahon. He is actually set for life. You know, and three, I heard he's a really cool guy. You know, off the camera, not doing the promos and attacking X-Pac or whatever is out there. So I'm really, he is actually my favorite wrestler. I mean, we can go on and on. An old wrestler, yeah, Ryan asked me about this. It is Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper is perfect when you think about somebody that has a brain of his own. I mean, look at him. He doesn't act like, no, he's just a normal dude. Talking shit, wrestles, you know, he does a lot more punching than wrestling, which I think is awesome. But that's the thing. He's got his own style going. Another one has to be Mark Galloway, Undertaker. I was watching an interview with him. He was talking about how when you're in wrestling business, he calls it a business all the time. That's what you have to think about it. Don't think about the personal crap. Think of it as a business. He picked up like different techniques and stuff along the way, watching other wrestlers. And that's how you stay as long as he has in business. I think he's been in it for like probably 25, 30 years by now.
Something like that.
Yeah. And also, if you're going to go vote for somebody, always vote for Jesse the Body Ventura and Kane.
All right. How old were you when you first discovered wrestling?
10 years old. I was watching Andre the Giant, and I was also watching Hulk Hogan fight each other. Okay. And I heard they were best friends, and I also heard that Andre the Giant can drink like 100 beers. I don't know if that's true. That's probably true.
Who did you watch growing up?
What's that again?
What wrestlers did you like to watch growing up?
Oh, shoot. Let's see. Kurt Hennig, real name for Mr. Perfect. Also, Jake the Snake Roberts, which I'm going to go into because I heard this theory. The actor Mickey Rourke played in a great movie called Wrestler.
I've seen it. It was a great movie.
I love that film. I'm going to tell you something. I was watching.
Very true to life, man.
It was.
Yeah, it's pretty true. Like.
I just like watching Marissa Tomei. No, guys, seriously. Any wrestling fanatic, even when you're in the ring, out the ring, you have to watch the wrestler. I was watching an interview with Mickey Ward. It's called Interactive Studio. And a lot of people think about this unless they're actually doing it or actually going to see a wrestling challenge. And that is they think that, wrestlers are a bunch of pansies or wearing tights, whatnot. Mickey Rourke did too. When he did that movie and he saw what wrestlers really do just to appease the fans, he changed his mind quick. So I'm really happy about that.
Fucking bet. Who do you consider the greatest wrestler of all time?
Oh, well, that's hard. You know what? It has to be Mr. Perfect because he actually does wrestle. Mm. He uses real wrestling moves. And what you see on that, on in the ring, I've watched interviews again with other wrestlers when he was alive. He was a party goer, big time. No one really knew that. Also, he would get drunk, do drugs, whatever he was doing, and then when he played darts, he would always hit the bullseye every time he threw. So yeah, he was perfect.
All right, man. What are your thoughts on AEW?
I think AEW is great, and AEW. I've been watching old stuff from I guess it was TNA Impact. I just like it how there's other different forms of wrestling federations or wrestling entertainments other than WWE because that just opens up the doors to a lot more things.
Oh yeah,
it does. You
ever watch Fight TV?
Actually, I have not.
Okay, Fight TV has a bunch of the independent wrestling companies that are up and running. You gotta check it out sometime, man.
I sure will.
It's pretty cool.
Sure. Cool. I know you guys all love that UFC and watching that Conor dude, but you know what? I'm going to say something. Check out all the wrestling federations and entertainments, and you'll see a lot more better. You'll just see a lot more great wrestlers. Another favorite of mine, of course, it's always going to be Mick Foley. Okay, he grew up in ECW. That was no joke. Yep. Extreme. It's very extreme. I think it was run by Paul Heyman. Yeah. So, yes. Oh, my Lord. You want to talk about tables, ladders, and chairs? You might as well bring out a chainsaw when you're in ECW. I'll tell you right now. Well, he was Mankind. He looked like somebody who would bring a chainsaw. And Cactus Jack.
Who's one of your favorites out of AEW?
I like Chris Jericho. Oh, yeah. I'm very, very happy for Chris Jericho. I know he's in a band called Fozzy, but I'm glad he's still doing it. I really am. And any wrestler that's part of WWE, something happens with them and Vince. I was checking out Bad News Brown, and they don't just stop because of Vince McMahon. They go to somewhere else and they keep continuing their career. You don't just stop. You just keep continuing, man. Look at freaking Ric Flair. How old was he before he retired?
70.
70, exactly.
What are your thoughts on NXT?
I haven't really watched that.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't watched that. I've seen AEW, a TNA.
Well, they're on the same night.
Okay.
So you got to pick one or the other.
Oh.
If you haven't seen NXT, watch NXT. NXT has a lot of their guys that there's a lot of people that are up and coming that are on the roster already. They came from NXT, and it's a great promotion. And I believe they have a lot of creative freedom there. I believe I could be wrong, but anyway, it's a decent promotion. You gotta check it out, dude. When you get a chance. Do you watch any other independent wrestling?
No, actually, I don't.
Okay.
I should though. I've been really watching a lot of YouTube, a lot of old interviews, and old wrestling matches and so forth.
They have a thing out here called Championship Wrestling from Arizona. A couple of my guests wrestle for them. So you have to look that up. Championship Wrestling from Arizona is producing some great young talent right now.
Nice.
And there's Party Hard Wrestling.
Okay.
It's a weird kind of promotion. It's the best way to describe it, but they're pretty cool people, man. All right, who would win a match between Trump and Biden?
Probably Trump. Yeah, by a slim margin. It's just it would be a slim margin, and it's just because there's a lot of hardcore Trump people out there, You know, and again, you know, not everybody follows social media, which is good. But as I said, by a slim margin, it probably Trump will be. I mean, would you? I
Oh,
mean,
I was talking about the match, not the actual.